So you might be wondering, how did I get myself in this situation? When was my arm broken? How did it happen? I'm sure a lot of you don't know. Really, all my closest friends know. So in this video, I'm going to show you what happened. So, you want to know how I broke my arm? Let's get right into the video. I'm gonna say this now before anyone gets suspicion that I'm reading off a script. Technically I am, because in my ELA assignments I wrote about my arm, my broken arm. They said, write about a personal experience you have, blah blah. I wrote about my broken arm. So I have that on a different screen. I'm gonna be using that for instance, and let's get us started. Yes, I broke my wrist before. It was right about here. It was my left arm too. And the one problem with that is I'm left-handed. So that created a humongous problem for me. Oh yeah, it was very painful. I do not recommend breaking. The day I broke my arm was March 5th, 2018, the same day my uncle had a stroke. My mom and big sister went to go to the hospital to check on my uncle, who he is sadly now dead, rest in peace. So while my mom and sister, actually no, I think they went to the hospital, so I was stuck home watching my little siblings. We played together, watched YouTube. I even cooked dinner for them. I think I made quesadillas. After dinner, I decided we could play outside, and that was because it was still light out and they were actually very good all day. For the first time ever, may I add. And so I was riding my bike, my little brother was riding his bike, my sister was riding my big sister's scooter, and when I decided it was finally time to walk to the house, we started to put our stuff away. While I was putting my bike away, I fell off. So my backyard is kind of huge. I was at a little concrete piece and the shed is like a couple feet away. So I took my bike and I rode over there a little bit, and my bike wheel hit a tree stump, causing the bike to flip over, and me being smart going, I'm falling, and guess what? This broke. Ow! Frick! Hit my finger. When I first fell off my bike, I was lying on the ground for a solid 5-10 seconds. I blacked out. It was, when I finally came to, I was in serious pain. I didn't know what had happened. I started to run into the house crying. My little sister noticed me walking towards the house crying while she came up to me and asked what happened. I was crying so much she could hardly understand a word I was saying. Finally, when I called my mom and told her what had happened, I said, I think I broke my arm or something. She could barely hear me from all the whining, because I'm a fucking crybaby. Once I stopped whining and calmed down a little, my mom told me to call my dad, so I did. My dad was in Texas at the time. He was in El Paso, Texas in deployment because he was in the army. So my mom told one of her friends to take me to the hospital in my city. They took my x-rays while I'm scared as hell. After a while, my mom and big sister came to the hospital I was at. My siblings went to a friend's house to watch them. Raven Leggett, or Winter Leggett, she's also in my school. I've known Raven for a couple years now. I've known her since 2nd grade. Yeah. And I'm now in 8th grade. So me and Raven go a while back. And yeah. After waiting in the hospital for a long while, I got my results and found out I broke my left wrist. I went to school because when this happened, I was in normal brick and mortar school. I was not in online school. god, why am I getting pinged so much? But going to school and telling what happened was an embarrassment. I mean, think about this. You're going to school, and someone noticed you're in a cast. And mind you, I was also out of school for about 2 days. The first 3 days I was in a splint, then I got a cast. Getting the cast itself was also very painful because I had to reset the phone. Be right back. Gradient. Oh my god, I'm recording. Gradient said hi, Noob Squad. Every 3 to 4 weeks I had to get a new cast, which wasn't bad except for the first 2 times it was very painful, obviously. After 8 weeks of wearing a cast, my arm was finally healed. I feel better than ever. Also, did I mention I broke my left arm, and I'm left-handed? Yeah, so that was weird. Also, I had to take my EOG on the computer. This was back in 6th grade in my old school. But after my arm was healed, everything was back to normal. I can live a normal life again. Now, I am not allowed to take a shower with a cast. I had to take a bath. And they had to wrap my cast in a plastic bag, and I had to put my cast like this while the rest of me is getting cleaned. You know, I just use one arm for everything, which is very difficult, especially when you broke your left hand and you're left-handed. Like I said, it still hurts sometimes to this day, and I can't do a complete rotation out of screen pain. So some people, they would be able to do that. See, I can only get to there without it hurting. And then there. This hand, I can do that. But my broken hand, I can't really. See, I can't really do a complete rotation anymore. Well, that was my experience and how I broke my arm. So tell me, have you broken anything and how? Comment down below. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a big fat like, subscribe if you're new, and comment down below what video I should do next. Make sure to subscribe to join the Noob Squad, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.